Chris, sorry to bother you. It's Linda. I'm having an issue getting signed on to the AV laptop. So, I typed in the email address, typed in the passwords, when I hit sign in, it asks for verification. Yeah, I mean, so that one's already pulled up and on, but yes, but the one back here at the AV station.
I like that color.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I like this too. The deeper version of it.
Matches your eyes very well.
And I ran into this the other day, like the day after y'all moved that Sunday after you moved the AV station. And I was able to figure it out, but I'm doing like the same thing I did then. Did you have any problems on Monday night? Oh, okay, yeah, I think I might have just figured it. I don't know, I just went to I just typed in Zoom.us and it said it gave me an option to join the meeting. So I'm gonna type it in there. But we didn't, it didn't just, but anyway, let me just type it in. Um, yeah, uh, yeah, I think it's good one. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm in now, so all good. Sorry about you. All right, say goodbye. All right, bye. I unlocked it.
Oh, okay. I unlocked it when I could leave.
Yeah, it was wrong. Oh, okay. I couldn't believe things. Kind of like that. I thought he sounded, that. Okay. Until you get back from India, you won't be back. No, don't, she wants not be back before you. Oh, okay, so also the middle of November, yeah. Oh, maybe shortly before then. But yeah, check the very. Are you gonna?
Oh, yeah.
No. What's that? Are you gonna use that?
No, Neely's on.
Oh, okay.
Do you need it, Linda? Do you want the laptop, Linda? Hi, Linda.
Hey, Neely. When someone comes on Zoom, do a sound check with them. Thank you. I can't get no satisfaction.
Hi, Paul. Welcome. Good to see you. Hi, Tara Devi. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Rainy. Good to see you tonight. Glad you came.
Hi, Neely. It's good to be back. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, Thomasy.
I think she's talking to someone right now. Hi, Ram. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, Mary Jo. Welcome. Glad you
Hi, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you. Hi, Nico. Welcome. Glad you're here. Geshe here.
In the Gampa, take the gold prayer book and turn to the red tab, page 35. We'll begin with the 7-limb prayer. Gosungu pegane chakshalo ngo shami trul chutrin malubu Togmene sagdik tung tam che shak gepa ge wanam la jayrang korwa tong ba jugne Bolo chunki koro korwadang dang nam jang chuk chen porngo. Now on the green tab, page 97, the short mandala offering. Saji puki chung shi mei to ling shi ni jian pa di san jie jing du mi te hua yi zhou kun nam dak jing lao che pa shok Jetsun Lama Dampa Chenam Kichu Kukala Chense Chu Tin Trik Jitar Tsampe 둘째 신마 라삼 제축이 charpawak to soul Iram Guru Ratnamandala Kam Nirya Tayami. Now on page 98, Geshe Gelek will lead us in Refuge and Bodhicitta.
Sanje
Chirang Soki Chokdam La Rangchu Bardu Dagni Chapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Ji Pe Sonam Ji Drala Pinshir Sanjay Drupar Sho
Sanje
Chirang Soki Chokdam La Changchu Bardu Dagni Chapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Ji Pe Sonam Ji Drala Pinshir Sanjay Drupar Shok
Sanje
Chudang Soki Chognam La Changchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Jagi Chi Pe Sonam Ji Drala Pinshir Sanjay Drupar Shok
Sada Lame Medame Anje Ombodo Jaja Mazo Chuju Chola Chawa Chavana Sanje Asura Rado Shije Deve Jujaba Ande Dare Yadame Chuju Chene Dirshich Namol Haye Keta Nudande Jengi Tiboda Dame Ganana Roa Kunja Nama Hamje Keto Dage Chuten To Kange Tuje Nyezo Ne Tawata 담배 전에 되제 뭐 고담 되나 차세 Good evening. Good evening. mm, so uh, think about the four power. Tenjito power of dependence. Power of remedy. What is called? Can you please say in English? Tamala, can you say in English the four power?
There's the power of regret, the power of the remedy, power of dependence or refuge, and the power of restraint.
Power of restraint. No power of restraint. Sunjimitam. Just remember those. Okay, just remember them. Power of dependence. What is it called? Power of
Power of dependence or refuge. Yeah.
power of dependence. Then think about the Dharma Sangha. Mm, mm. Mm. So deep down from your heart, sincerely, genuinely, just imagine the sitting in front of the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, or enlightened beings. Could be Tara, could be Manjushri, could be Vajrayogini, could be, so then if you just imagine or sitting in front of the Shakyamuni Buddha there, then sincerely, genuinely wanting to confess or purify. Mm. Yeah, if you have vow, then you can think of them. If you have like Patimoksha vows, Bodhisattva vows, then Tantric vow, you can think about those vows. If you don't have those vows, then just think about negativity associated with speech, body, speech, and mind, okay? So then we repeat the word 3 times, sincerely, genuinely from the heart, meaning with feelings from the heart, that you, among those 4 powers, one of the most important one is regret, that I sincerely, genuinely regret mistake related to the speech, body, and mind. So then just generate strong regret. Regretting towards something negative is positive. Then, of course, regretting towards something positive, that's also negative. So I think better to use the word regret than guilt, no benefit. You regret. Sincerely, genuinely, from deep down from your heart, you regret that I call your name, I use harsh words, you just regret. Among those 4 powers, the regret is the most important one, the regret. So then some kind of self-discipline is very much needed in order to make sure don't repeat those actions again because you don't feel good. So making yourself feel better, that's your moral responsibility. It's not just religious business. It's your moral responsibility to make yourself feel good, feel useful, feel meaningful. This is your moral responsibility. So what we're trying to do is trying to overcome from bad feelings created by body, speech, and mind. So we're trying to liberate ourselves from that feelings. Then trying to be more mindful so that they feel better again like before. Feel better again like before. Okay. If you cannot think about beginningless time, beginningless, according to Buddha's teachings, the life has no beginning. If you think, oh, there's too much to think, and just think about this life, whatever the mistake, whatever the action, physical, mental, verbal action that makes you feel bad. So then just think about them. It could go like far back as many years. In my case, it goes like 60 years plus 60 plus years. So if you can think of anything, then you just face them with positive mindset, courage. You face, not with guilt, courage, out of loving kindness, compassion for yourself that you face, and you take full responsibility, then you purify them, then you feel good again. Okay, so that's the whole point. The whole point is not to good or live our life with this the bad feeling. It's not good to live life with bad feelings. So need to feel better, feel meaningful, feel useful, feel productive. This is all very much needed for human happiness. Okay, so today I thought like maybe we just say the stanzas maybe 21 times, slowly, so then think meaning of the word. So then that become meditation, productive meditation or practice. Okay. If you don't think about the word, just mumble the word, so then it's not different than reading a newspaper. It's the same thing. You just read them, The parrot also can say the word. Doesn't mean much. Okay. So make sure it doesn't become like parrot or certain bird saying the word. They have no clue what it means. So make sure it doesn't go like that. Okay. So therefore, in order to sing the noble word from the mouth, at the same time need to reflect it on the noble meaning of the noble word. So then it can be practice, spiritual practice, good spiritual practice. It can be productive meditations because something's happening within heart, where you feel. The moment you start to feel, that means something's happening. There's good things. Okay? So then we say 7 times, then pause, then 7 times, then pause, then 7 times, then pause. So there's not much time. So actually, you recite 35 Buddha confessions. So then follow by this stanza, then you repeat them. While you repeat, maybe it's first time you are maybe not being mindful, saying the word, maybe you're thinking something else. Second time, maybe you're thinking a little bit. Maybe hopefully third time, maybe you do give some attentions. So that's why I repeat 3 times. The first time, if you are saying it with the full attentions, you don't need to say 3 times. You can just say 1 time. Okay. So now you start. So I'm saying Tibetan. So then you say in English. I will say 7 times, then pause, then just think a little bit. And all my friends here and online, please trying to say the word and also same time, please think about the meaning. What is the meaning of this word? Okay.
In the Gampa, if you don't have a copy of the book, it's just inside the door in a cart. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to those that I have created from beginning this time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually. Whatever non-virtues of body, speech, and mind, and especially actions opposite to the 3 vows that I have created from beginningless time, from the bottom of my heart, I regret and fervently confess them all individually.
This go to Ningni Joba. Ningni means deep down from your heart. You regret. Ningni Joba means Joba is regret. Ningni means deep down from your heart. I do regret deep down from my heart, not just from my brain, deep down from my heart. I do regret, saying something negative and thinking something negative, physically doing something negative. Not being mindfulness, basically not being mindfulness, then mistake do occur, not being mindfulness. So then start to feel bad. So then there is a cause for unhappiness. Feeling bad, there's a cause for unhappiness. The happiness has cause. Suffering also has cause. So the feeling good, so that, the doing something good, that's the cause for happiness. Saying something wonderful, that's cause for happiness. Doing something good for physically, that's cause for happiness. Thinking something positive, that's cause for happiness. It's good things to do. As a human, that we have this marvelous brain. So therefore, use this brain to go up, highest as possible, up, not just go up, bring everyone else up, anyone else. Anyone, so this is like breathing, so they bring all of them, all sentient beings, bring it up, all the way to enlightenment, okay? Ningne jobas, ningne, deep down from your heart, jobas is regret, regret. So say, no need to say anything, just regret. Among those four powers, one of the most important is regret. Regretting towards something negative is positive, regret. So then self-discipline will follow. If you regret, stronger the regret, the better the chance to overcome from bad feeling. So then rest. If there's something needs to be done, you will probably do because you regret from deep down from your heart. If there's anything that needs to be done, then you will do. Then what is that called? Doing something positive physically, mentally, verbally. Verbally, you say mantra, you say prayer. So then mentally, you think something. Mentally, the regret, that's mentally. Or you can meditate on loving kindness, compassion, shunyata, all of that mentally. Physically, then serving others who need something, to serving others. So these are called power of remedy. So then power of restraint is power of, I look at this like more like self-discipline. Self-discipline. So then you will feel good again. Okay. So now like 7 Vajrasthana mantra, 7, just recite 7 Vajrasthana mantra. Bhaja Sato Samaya Manu Palaya Bhajra Sato Teno Ba Teta Trudo Sudo Akayo Mebawa Subo Kayo Anorado Mebawa Zawazene Sawakama Sutame Siddhamshi Bhagavana Saman Bhajamame Muza Bhajam Bhava Mava Samaya Sadhu Ahu Pe Om Bhaja Sadhu Sam Manya Balaya Bhaja Sadhu Dinamat Sudokaya Me Bhava Subokaya Me Bhava Anarana Me Bhava Zavaz Sawakama Suzame Siddhamashi Yakur Bhagavana Zavat Madramame Muzam Bhajaram Bhava Mazamaya Sadhu Aum Pe Om Bhaja Sadhu Manu Balaya, Badra Sado Tinaba, Tidat. Sudo Kayo Mebawa, Zubo Kayo Mebawa, Anaradom, Sawa Sidi Mebaya, Sawa Sidamashi Aguro, Bhagavana Savadan. Bajaramame Mudam Bajarambavama Samaya Sadu Ahu Pe Om Baja. Manu Balaya Bajazado Denama Dena. Sudagayo Mema Zubagayo Mema. Anarado Meba Zawazede Meba. Sawakama Sutsame Sidamashi Aho Bhagavana Savat. Bajaramame Mudam Bajaram Bhavam Mava Samaya Zana. Pe Om Bhajasat. Mani Palaya Bhajasana Dinama Dina. Sadagaya Meva Zubagaya. Anarada Me Bhava Savasede Sawakama Sutsame Sidamashi Kuru. Bhagavana Sama. Bajaramame Muza Bajarambhavama Samaya Zana. Om Bhajasado Samaya Manubal. Bhajarasado Tinaba Titatudam. Sudakaya Mebhava Subhakaya Mebhava. Anurada Mebhava Savasidi Sawakama Sutsame Sidamashi Kuru. Bhagavana Sava. Bajaramame Muza Bajambavam Samay Sadhu Ahom Be Om Baja Sadhu. Manu Palaya Bajara Sadhu Tinamba Dinanana. Sudakaya Mebhava Subhakaya Mebhava. Anurada Mebhava Savasite. Sawakama Sutsame Sidamashi Kuru. Bhagavana Bajaramame Mudam Bajarambhava. Just imagine deep down from your heart again all the negativities they created from since from beginning this time to till now is completely purified. So then just think also like that mantra recitations also benefited all mother sentient beings and also want to help them to purify and not just that, also help them to lead all the way to enlightenment. Okay. Mm. Mm. So then just think that you as a develop interest, not to just sit with bad feeling, develop interest and courage to face them, take full responsibility and purify them. So, and so wonderful to think. Okay, so now I think today is the could be last day. As well. So last class could be. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. Panja Nirjino no Shibilumatin Tamashama. Lumatemba Chuchi Jiden Nas. Nimeni Sung Rap Sung Kang Lapa. 대단한라 삼바 미치디스. 티르로니 시월 히말라스요. 105, 8,
108,
yeah.
yeah. Buddha, the kinsman of the sun, has declared that there are 14 questions for which he wouldn't specify an answer to the world. Whatever they are, don't think about them. A mind that's concerned about them isn't one that can pacify suffering.
이민이지 소송 강나봐 대단한 섬진데 테니 로이 티 로니 쉬어지 말라스. I used to remember all 14, so now being here 27 years, it's all gone. Not using, it's finished from the library. I can find, maybe it's not that important to understand. Says in English, 14 unpacified view, tower view. I think that's the called tower, translation of the view, tower. Jiden taba, midaba, ta mida, ta jiden, ta jang, ta la mida jang midaba, jiden tayo basa, jiden yandaba tamayimba, jiden tayo memba, jiden tayo jang yola tamay jang. Yeah, so probably better not to study them. It won't produce peaceful mind. That's the root text. Did it say what the root text says? Doesn't benefit for the peaceful mind.
Well, I have an explanation from a commentary.
No, the root text,
But the root text just says 14 questions.
14 question. It's not the question, it's the view. It's the view, okay? Tawa. Tawa chushi is the view. Tawa chushi. So that's the root. Yeah, not going to read. I think this 14 is not that important. Okay. Then 10 is a share of the docho, Lumate Chushi, Lumate Chushi Kaishana, Dada Jide. So now, Dada Jide Tawata, Midawata, Taminda, Nigaimanda. Okay, so now there's no choice, it's the commentaries. You think it's important to know?
I'll say that now at least my curiosity has sparked. I'm just curious, like one or two.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think.
Yeah. It's not that difficult, but actually it's not, it's just view that people have like different views. You know, you have different views about like how the all has been created, how the all is going to distribute. You have views, like you have view. So maybe that view may not be correct one, but you still hold on that view very tightly because your mind's already made up. No matter what reason you give, you are not going to change. Some of the case. So anyway, so the question is incorrect. It's called view. Question is actually it is question, but it's not called questions. It's called view. That's the correct way to say. It's called view. But of course, these are kind of like can you read the root text again? So I want to explain this word lumate. Yeah.
Buddha, the kinsman of the sun, has declared that there are 14 views for which he wouldn't specify an answer to the world. Whatever they are, don't think about them.
Okay. Yeah, maybe this word lungmate, this could mean there's two different meaning. One meaning is not either positive nor negative. It's just neutral. That's one way to explain this word lungmate. In this case, these questions never answered by Shakyamuni Buddha. Even the questions raised out the view there due to circumstance. So Buddha is all for kindness, compassion, loving. or not, people, they already made their mind. People already made up their minds. Shadim when the Buddha is saying something, probably no more like they're not going to change their view, not much benefit. So that's what we do. What are those 14 because of Dada, Jiden, Tabatawas, Da, self. Jiden is the environment that we live in. Some people say these are permanent. It's permanent. It's not changing. There's view that the environment doesn't change. Being in the environment doesn't change. Takpa means permanent, means doesn't change. That's the first view, Dada Jiden, Tabatawas. Mitabatawas. So then, beings, the environment, they do change, impermanent. Another one. And then some says, oh, it's permanent, impermanent. Actually, it's impossible. One thing cannot be both. These are contradiction. Permanent, impermanent, contradiction. There's not one thing that can be both. It's like hot and cold cannot survive simultaneously like that. So then, there's a neither. Permanent or impermanent, neither. That's also impossible. Munja tala temba shije. Tawa de munja tala temba shije. So this four is called depend on the munja ta. Chimena. When means beginning. These questions, four questions, more leaning towards beginning. Beginning. Whatever that might be, beginning of life or the universe. Next four questions, more like on the ending part. Two ages. One age of the beginning, one the age of the this question that rise more thinking about beginning of civilization, universe, beginning. While we wondering about that, maybe probably like these four questions been generated by thinking when universe began, when I began thinking like that, more that's what it means, leaning towards beginning. That question generated by thinking about the beginning. Now this last four questions generated thinking about the end. Then some views say, oh, that's end, that's end. That's end for universe, that's end for life, that's end. There's one view. Then another view, they say there's no end. Environment, the universe has no end, life has no end. That's one view. Then neither. That's impossible. Then like neither means both. Same like before, both. So then that's impossible. Then next one, last one, neither. That's impossible. There's eight. So now four left. But then now kada niga mimba tawate nyangdela temba shis. So this question is more related to nirvana, more relying on nirvana, idea of nirvana. So we say, Tijin Shakba, Tong Penja to Junga Tawas. Tong Penja Junga Tawas. Tong Penja Mijunga Tawas. Tong literally means town. Penja means like from Raleigh, Tong Penja, other, Tishishapa, Tata Gata, enlightened being. Tishishapa literally means Tata Gata. That meaning of Tata Gata is like one gone into holy path. completely the holy part. That's called meaning of Tathagata in Sanskrit, Tishin Shakpa, because the very part that person walk in and end up with the same result. Holy part, holy result. Tathagata, that's the meaning of Tathagata. So Tishin Shakpa, Chong Penche, Junga Tawa. So this doesn't make sense. Maybe say in English. So I better read here. So that's probably better English. Oh, no. Jide Taba, permanent world, impermanent world. The Jide that the Jik then. The Dada Jide. So then here they probably left out self. So a permanent world, self and the world is permanent like that. You need to add the self there. So then I say world, the permanent world, impermanent world which is both permanent, impermanent. No? And then the world which is neither permanent or impermanent, as I mentioned. The world which has both world which has no end. The world which has end and no end. So there's a problem. So then the world which has both. World which has neither. Okay, this before finish. So now here, this one. The existence of Buddha after passing away into Nirvana. So the existence of Buddha after passing away into Nirvana, into Parinirvana, meaning Parinirvana, what is that? Basically passing away, same. But you know, this is like a Tishishawa, Nyangele de, you don't say, oh, Buddha died. Nyangele de, that's called the word Parinirvana, substitute of their word in Tibet is called Nyangele deva, means went to Nirvana. So that's actually true, because when Buddha passed, it's in a deep meditation state. So the Tishin Shaba, she, existence of the Buddha after passing into Parinirvana. So then, non-existence of Buddha after passing away into Parinirvana. That Tishin Shaba, Tishin Shaba, Shini, so then it's like Buddha who is both existent and non-existent after the passing away into Parinirvana. So then a Buddha who is neither existent nor non-existent after the passing away into Parinirvana. Then, so the life force is the body. So this is kind of like so ni Luis. So according to Abhidharma Kosha, the text that's composed by Indian Master Vasubandhu. So there's chapter number 3 there where there's talk about Buddhist cosmology. It has Zenin Gu. It has 9 chapters. It has 9 chapters. So Sony Luis, life force. What is the life force? What is the life force? Sony, according to that Vasubandhu text, Sony Luis, life force is energy. The energy, Sony Luis, that life force is energy. That energy is dependent on heat and consciousness. Sony Luis, Namji Tengai, Sony Luis, Namji Tengai Imbaos. Sony Luis, life force is energy. Chödani, Namshi Tenka, Chö means heat, Namshi means consciousness. Namshi, Chödaka, Soni Lungi Chödani, Soni Lungi Chödani, Namshi Tenka Imos. So the heat and the consciousness is dependent on that energy. So energy is like so life force is energy. The energies is a kind of serve as a base for consciousness and heat. That's what it says. So now here, so the Luis, the life force is the body. So then the life force and the body are independent of each other. So these are the four, whether that's helpful or not, these are the these are the 14, you could say wrong view. Wrong view. So all these questions is asked, or the view has been developed based on existence of self. So that we are not going to go deeper into that, just headache, more headache. So that there's a whole this theory about self from the non-Buddhist practitioner is kind of complex and it's like hard. There's not just one, there's many of them. Mutek, there's a term they use, mutek, non-Buddhist practitioners. That's called mutek, special term for them. Doesn't mean good or bad, doesn't mean anything. It's just name. This 14 questions been asked based on existence of self. Tell us Sanjay Chumdi Diji Tiwa Tedala. To da yuri le jamnani da te yang da te yang tabala me ba mi digio maris. So there is this not just exists. This is not just about existence of self. It's much more complicated than that. So, permanent self. There's no permanent self. So they ask, is self is permanent? So what you will say? So if the Buddha answered, that's why Buddha did answer. If Buddha answered, of course Buddha would say that self is not permanent, it's impermanent. So then the tela Sanjay Chumdi Diji Tiwa Tedala Da Yuri Le Jamnani. If you say, oh, you're right, self do exist permanently, so then that is not true. Le Jamnani Da Te Yang Taba Mebala Yang Taba La Meba Yimi Digiyama. That's like generally it's not correct. Tiwa Tela Da Te Meba Zana Tiwa No something. If you say, oh, that kind of self doesn't exist, and kind of telling they are like, basically, you are wrong. So that's not what Buddha does. And also, so that's why, you request one time, please teach that person, say, I don't know. Does that mean the person don't know? Maybe that person do know, maybe that person, why that person said don't know, because that person was wondering if you're just asking out of curiosity or like maybe out of negative intention. That hard to read. Second time you go, they still say, I don't know. Doesn't mean they don't know. Third time you go, then kind of shows that you have interest. So then they will, so maybe let's talk. So then maybe there will be no teacher. So there's because of that, there's no preachers. There's no preachers. So you have to request 3 times. So, Toronto knows the Junji Sanjay Jumdi to what the land, London Matemba, to what the neck of Shani Lenga them. All these 14 questions raised, Buddha even didn't say a word. Just didn't answer all of them, just answer. So, so that is answer. Actually, that is answer. So when you look at the Matthias text, ornament of clear realizations, Mundo Jeza, Abhisama Alamkar, the text, there's 4 ways of answering questions. Chidang. Some questions that you need to answer by asking questions. You need to ask question to question. That's the one way to answer. Chidang. Shock, you say nothing. That's one way to answer. For example, like, I'll give you example. Does life has end? That question is not clear. Are you asking about end of the beginning or end of the end? That's true. So you need to ask. You need to ask again. Otherwise, you can't answer that number chain. To the long term number chain long term. So there are 4 of them. I don't remember all of them. But one, not saying anything, that's also answer. I think this is kind of answering. All right. So, and that's you look at Cohen. I don't remember which chapter. And also, ornament of clear realization also has 8 chapters. I'm not sure which chapter. So this 4 we have answered the questions. I'm not sure which chapter, but you can, then there's na. She tikola samda jo mala junze kaishana. Ani da tetabu long matemba chushi she jidina nimeni sanje chumde rabdu sung kanglabas. So then why the Buddhas talk about this, like 14 unanswered question or view? Then namla samba michides, tiba sanjum. Then basically that one should not think about those questions. Anyway, why one shouldn't think about those questions? Ti lo ni shio jimalas. Doesn't make your mind peaceful. Ti kola samla dana ti se midya the tesam yoga. So then it's kind of like the bottom line is not it doesn't make your mind peaceful. So that's why. Okay, we just live like that. Then moving on, 109.
From unawareness, karmic impulses come forth. From then, consciousness. From that, name and form. From then, the cognitive stimulators are caused. And from then, contacting awareness, the able sage has declared.
These are called 12 link. 109, this is called 12 link. 12 link. So in the painting, the Lord of Death, what's called Yama's holding, that's called 12 link. Maripale lete, telene, namshe, mingdasu. No? Kala Samkrishna, the Sherav Ngoma Chesa te Tende Imbechina, Tende Chuni Tala Samkabares. Where the wisdom grow, the wisdom that's very much needed for liberation or freedom. Where that wisdom grow, the wisdom grow from understanding of 12 link. 12 link. I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, 12 links, the expansion of Four Noble Truth. I think that's what it is. I don't know. That Tende Juni Tela Samjeche, Tende Juni Tamu Mariparis. Whenever you think about the 12 links, the first one is called ignorance, Maripa. All according to Buddhism, that's the root cause of all the complication that we experience. Root cause is not the self, it's the ignorance. Ngarang che chuji nizo mashebe mariba, chuji nizo mashebe mariba says. Not knowing basically practice, spiritual practice, that is one kind of ignorance, mariba. Mariba yobala tene lesas. So that's how the action has been created. Because of, then that's the karma. It's like, because of ignorance, then the karma. Then it's called the second. Lamula, you have 12 links in English? 12 link in English. 12 link in English? It's okay. First one is called ignorance. Second one is called duje. I'm not sure what it's called, like duje. Anyone else have 12 links? Not duje, that doesn't help Tibetan word. Duje. Yeah.
Ignorance, formation.
Formation, duje. Okay, that's stop, please. Formations. I think the painting is like pottery. Somebody's making clay pot. I'm not sure. You can look in the 12-link image. No, the duje is a formation. Okay, mariba duje formation. There's no difference in the karma, same thing. Karma and second limb, same thing. Okay. That duje de kangle jungri chanasa. Duje te le kanjungi rechana namshe ngarang simchi tin. Ale mariba yobal tene lesas. Just action will not produce. Without ignorance, after that actions, then less about the duje. The duje tele kang jungi rechenas. What comes after formation? So then it's called
Consciousness.
Yeah, consciousness. Namjesa. In Tibetan, it's called namshe, consciousness, namshe. Same mind, yi, mental, or like, these are synonyms. These are the different consciousness, mind, there's a mental, these are all synonym. Mental state, okay, mental state, these are all synonym. Mental state, these are all synonym. Thank you. Namshe tejo, Moreover Yobaltini less Namshe, what comes after formation, then consciousness. Namshe Rangi Simji Ting Doje. Leja Sabe Te Paja Sudu Shabat Namshe says. This is very important. The moment you create karma, only like second moment it turns into tendency. This for the sake of education, I think for knowledge is very important to understand. Actions, second moment turns into tendency. So the tendencies, then that kind of like goes on consciousness. So that the base is very steady, firm. It's not going to get rotten. It's not going to disappear. That's why the imprint, the consciousness is continuous. So therefore, karma doesn't get, unless you purify them, otherwise it will continue life after life, because consciousness is not ghost. It's not, imprint is not going to be print on the physical body. It's going to be print on consciousness, which is like, so that's the base, Second moment, the action turns to tendency. The tendency goes onto consciousness. So basically, another way to say the consciousness is the basis for tendency of karma. Karma is action. It's action, but it doesn't remain as action. It just turns into tendency. At the second moment, it turns into tendency or actions. Then you are no longer called. It's no longer called action. It's called tendency, paja, or tendency, or propensity, or tendency, paja. Then what is the definition of propensity or predisposition? What's the definition? Or it is something that's something that's imprinted by previous actions, which has ability to produce result in the future. That is the definition of predisposition or propensity or paja. So sometimes called seed. Slightly different between seed and tendency. Seed is relatively easier to eradicate than propensity. Propensity, predisposition is harder to overcome. So, for example, even though you are liberated from samsara, you become arhat, you still some hobby that you used to do, maybe like to chat or chit chat. You probably continue to chit chat, or maybe like to climb the mountain. You still climb the mountain, climb the trees. These are physical thing that will be probably there, like that. That's like caused by tendency. So then, so now the first ignorance, second actions, third consciousness, the basis for the propensities, predisposition of karma. Okay. So choba tabu shichana de kyawa chimala nyawa che choba bhaja namje do choba tabu. Yeah. Definition: imprint previous actions has the ability to produce result. That's called tendency. Similar. Not namje de consciousness. Then what follows after the consciousness? Ming da su, ming su jungs, ming shabani, ming shi pumbo des. So these are more like results now. There will be three primary cause: ignorance, karma, the consciousness. Then there's like three cause in like the very end. So then between the six result, six cause, six result. That's called 12 linked. Okay. 다 민시바니 민시 부모도 좋아 두시 남시하실라 cause. 숙시바니 수지 부모 인사. So then what are the 두사가다 민시 부모 좋아. 진짜 두시. So then that includes physical body, feeling, 두시. So anybody has, I'm not sure how to say. First one is feeling. Second one, dushi. That's one. So now probably need to look at the teacher.
You mean the 5 omnipresent mental factors?
Yeah, pretty much like same.
Contact, feeling, discrimination,
Yes,
intention, and attention.
Yeah, like, so the last one.
Attention.
Oh yeah.
Contact, feeling, discrimination, intention, attention.
This is what so there's like, yeah, the name is kind of like similar. But then they go temachuni. Tendil, or other than temachuni, I don't remember. Sometimes they don't put. Tendil, young watchers. Mindu, and then okay. So we have ignorance, the dijig laser, this called karma, second one, karma, namshe, consciousness. This is called name and form. Name and form, that's the number 4. That's the result. It's called name and form. For the sake of knowledge, it's good to write it down. So next time when you see, it is not, it's this name and form is not showing any meaning. It's just term, name and form, what it means. It means, so need to learn. So first we'll write it down, all of them. The number 4 is called Mingsu. So then name and form. So then number 5 is called source of perception. Source of perceptions. So what we write down. These are quite important. Number source of then number 6 is called contact. Contact. So then number 7 is called feeling. These are the result. These are result. So now how many results you got? How many results? So 4, right? So now there's the last one, Geshe, the aging and death. There's 6. Last, aging and death, aging and death. That's come very last, that's also result. So there should be the very last of 12 link. So then like, so what is it now? Craving, that's the one cause, not the result. In the very end, as I said, 3 causes in the very end, there's one of them. Sebache. Grasping. Grasping just similar. Then existence. Existence, Kyavasada. Birth. Siva, existence. It's like same as like samsara, same thing. Existence, samsara, same thing. Different term. In Tibetan, when you say Siva, people understand you are talking about samsara. Korwa, Siva, same thing, different name. First one, ignorance. Second one, karma. Third, consciousness. Fourth, name and form. 6, name and form. 6, source of perceptions. 7, contact. 8, feeling. Number 9, craving. That's cause. There's no result, there's a cause. Then number 9, craving. 10, existence. 9, niba chuba le. Then like aging and death. That's 12. Right? Altogether now 12. Huh?
Is name and form separate or are they one together?
Together.
Yeah, so we have 11 then.
Huh?
We just went through 11.
12, then aging and death. Yeah, birth.
Thank you.
Kyawa. Birth.
And then 12 is
Aging
Aging
and
death.
death. Old age. Okay. Yeah. Yes. What is it grass we call lemba.
Is that separate from craving?
Yes,
Different,
yeah,
okay.
lemba, yeah,
Craving is 8 and grasping is 9.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then like yeah, good grass with lemba. Oh. Yeah, there's two separate. Yeah, that's correct. True. And these are called trail link. So then like craving, grasping, existence. Mm, uh, Sele sebasum, sele sebasum, call like Dujegi Penjigi this goes. So now today needs to read more, need to rely more on the teacher. So this is important because there's two calls. This has specific name for, and it's good to know the name. There's three calls in the beginning, three calls in the end. It has different name. It's a good not Penji, you see if we have like here, so this one may not be here. Uh, mm, mm. You see there online there's called 6 calls. You can now check online. Then I can check. You check with Google, then I check with you and Google. You check with the Google, so I can check with you and Google. Make sure. So Google also needs somebody to check.
The commentary by Geshe Tsering just
Wow.
calls it first round of causation and the second round of causation. He doesn't have a
Yeah, so
specific
that's
name.
like Penjiki, you means the cause, that's like throwing cause. It's called pen throwing cause. That's what's called the first one, throwing cause. The second one, I'm not sure, just the kind of, you could say compilation cause, something like that. Are you looking up? Anybody? Yeah. It's for, no, I think next time. So I think it's good. We may not go through this again. So that's why I think it's good, just good to, let me just do. Other systems cause teaching didn't somewhat in here, the teaching has even junior, Paju the Maju junior. So I need to look up another, doesn't have teacher, shortage of the word here. So trying course or accomplish course, the last two one. So then how many more strands are left? Yeah, so it looks like not going to finish. Sorry, not going to finish today. So, so then I think this twirling is also important. Why this goes round and round? This is because this engine that's been holding the wheel that's been holding by a lot of dead, which called Yama Shidashinji. So that wheel just goes round and round because of this twirling. I think it's important to understand that's how. Because if you want to stop that wheel, so you need to understand what's inside the wheel. So the next witness again needs to talk a little bit about there are certain things that I want because we don't go through this again and again. So then name and form. What are those? I need to explain, but there's no enough English word here and there too. My teacher doesn't have enough English word either. So maybe slowly I'll study again. I'll teach Tibetan to Catherine so that Catherine can help maybe soon. So no, yeah. So then we'll stop here. Okay. So maybe then maybe don't say how many class. We just play by ear. But what we know, we are in the very end of the text, not the beginning, but very end. But the harmony class that depend on the stanza. Okay, certain stanza. So we skip bunch of them. So that you read. So the certain I think it's important to read. You know, yeah.
Please take the gold prayer book and turn to the yellow tab, page 235, for the general dedication prayers. Gewadi nyurdu dag lama sanje dru jurne drawa rupa de sala Gopashok Jangchub Sinchok Poche Make Manam Ke Gyurchik Kewan Yamba Me Payang Gong Ne Gong Du Pel Washok Jampel Pare Chita Chen Padang Kuntu Zampo De Yang De Jin Te Te Da Kunji Jetsu Dak Lok Jir Ke Wadi Dak Tam Che Rap Tu Ngo Du Sum Shobe Gil Wa Tam Che Ki Ngo Wa Gang La Chok Tu Ngo Pa De Geshe Ge Wei Tsa Wadi Kun Kyang Dang Po Chu Chi Rap Tu Ngo War Ji Dagi Ji Ne Sa Pe Ge Wadi Tendang Zhou Wa Kun La Gang Pen Dang Che Par Jet Sun Long Sang Drak Pai Ten Pe Ning Po Ring Du Sel Je Shok. Turn to the blue tab, page 244, the short long life prayer for His Holiness. Gangri Ra Wei Kun Wei Jing Kam Dear Pendang De Wa Ma Lu Jung Wei Ne Chen Rei Si Guang Tin Zi Jat So Yi Jia Pei Si Te Bar Du Ten Jur Chi. The next page for Sarah J. Kinsa Rinpoche. Jonu Nagla Wang Jor Tu Awa Ton Rei Tsen Ba Rap Sot Pa Lop Sangel Wei De Tong Lek Pel Chok Jaser Genjur Lama To Wa Dev. Now turn to the inside back cover and the swift prayer for the swift return of Chapje Lama Sopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious one, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Lozong, father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now, holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice. You are the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make request. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious one, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And inside front cover, the prayer for the long life of Geshe Gelek. Gewe lam nadrin pe de pun chog, leg she dam parter we nyin morje, chuki zawa mi tong she nyen chog, drag pa pong we lama shab ten shig. And for Geshe Song poem. Gewe chuki bag chag rab ten ching, pel den la me dam ngak ning la chang, sang po ja we nien shen da je pe, she nien chen po ku che rab ten chig. Om tari tu re so ha. 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 Om tari tu re so ha.
Oh yeah. Good night. Huh? Yeah. Good night. Yeah. Well.
Good night, Dharma friends. Thank you for coming today.
Hi, Neely. Good to
Good night. Good to see you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.